Okay, this is a good one. One of my favorite topics. How do you handle your sexuality? So, um, this question was posed to me by someone else at a event that I spoke at, and she came and she whispered to me, she's like, do you feel dirty? Because I just feel dirty. And here it is in my inbox again. And I've been there. I have been there because my father led me to believe that sex was demeaning, a woman's sexuality was demeaning, and the only purpose that she had was to serve a man. So, how do I handle my own sexuality? It was some work, as most of all of this is. It was some work, but I made a concerted effort. As far as the feeling dirty or feeling demeaned or less than, I learned from reading, honestly. There's this one book that I purchased from Barnes and Noble when I started getting back on my feet. I hadn't quite gotten my children back from foster care, but it's called Woman on Top by Nancy Friday, and it is a collection of stories from women, sexual fantasies from women, exploring their desires and not being ashamed to do so. So I recommend this book for everyone, for men, women. If you have some kind of sexual reservations or dysfunctions, read this book, because these women, and it was a study by Nancy Friday, kind of like an experiment or research project where she offered a platform for women to share their most salacious thoughts and fantasies. And when I tell you, it was liberating to read tales from other women that included everything. I mean, like everything that they wanted. And that's really what it was about. It was about what the women want. And that's why the book is called Women on Top. So it was about a woman. What it ultimately was about was a woman taking control of her own sexuality and unashamedly just experiencing it in her mind, like not shy. Some of the women did play out some of their fantasies with their husbands, and a lot of them, they felt a release from writing in to Miss Friday about what they experienced. But I learned a lot from that. I learned a lot about being okay with my thoughts and feelings, that I can feel pleasure for me and nobody else. So I just explored. I read more about sexuality. I had to learn what I liked and what I enjoyed. And I do have to say, being out in society and seeing, the portrayal of these fairy tale relationships in movies and on television, and then working and seeing people flirt and talk to each other, and having men flirt with me and finding me attractive, that just made me curious enough. And I consciously decided that, well, if other people can enjoy sex and enjoy their bodies, then why can't I? So I made a concerted effort. I did my research. I'm all about research, and I'm all about reading. God gave us these bodies, and whether you are religious or not, it's the same thing. If you believe that you should only have sex within the bond of marriage, or if you could basically do what you want to do. For me, as long as you're two adults consenting, then it's all good. So I don't judge. Because I don't want to be judged. If you like it, you enjoy it, it's not hurting anybody, then do your thing. And I applied that to myself. I'm very honest with myself about what I like and what I enjoy. But it did take some time to get there. It took some practice. It took some reading, a lot of reading. I mean, my library of books on sexuality, from The Joy of Sex to the Kama Sutra, it's like crazy. I have like books on sexuality and horoscopes and which horoscopes go together and everything. I mean, you name it, I have it. But that's because I just took control of my own life and my own sexuality, and I wanted to find what my normal was. And I'm not shy about that, and I will talk about that, and I'll give advice to anyone who wants to know about it. So yeah, that's that. So I don't feel dirty anymore, no. And anyone who even tries to make me feel like, oh, I should be ashamed of myself or that's inappropriate or anything, I'm like, look, once you've been through what the hell I've been through, trust. You're trying to find every moment in the time that you have left to enjoy life. And you have the right to do so. Pursuit of happiness? Yes. Hello. Yes, me pursuing happiness. I have a right to be happy. And enjoy everything that this life and this planet and this world and these people and this body has to offer.